we are definitely drinking more water in 2022 because we are going to be taking good care of ourselves. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now if you're new here, my name is Gamagelo Mosiani. We do travel vlogs here, we do vlogs in general, lifestyle, beauty, all the nice things. So you are definitely at the right channel. Please do subscribe to my channel, and for everyone that is an old subscriber, my day one, welcome and happy new year. Happy new year to everyone, actually. Happy new year to anyone. I hope you guys have a blessed year, and this is actually my very first video for the year, and I'm so excited. As you can tell from the title of the video, we are going to be talking, I'm going to be updating you guys in regards to my life, what happened. It's actually about to rain. I hope you guys can hear me properly. What happened in the previous year, what I've learned, just so that we can be on the same page. Let bygones be bygones. Honestly, year 2021, I kid you not, it kept me on my toes. Like, I'm not even trying to exaggerate here, right? So I wrote some notes on my notepad, so I will be looking down from time to time so that I don't miss anything. Please do bear with me on that, and let us dive right into this video. Right, I'm taking it month to month. So January, right? January for me was, I'm gonna speak okay, I'm gonna combine January and February, because there was no improvement, or well, there was improvement, but it was like kind of the same thing. January, I was still living at home. If you guys know, and if you've been following me for a long time, you guys know during that period of time I was going through a breakup with my ex-boyfriend. I had just, like, when I was dating, it was after that period of being in Nigeria for 8 months and coming back home and trying to start my life all over again. I was emotionally, mentally, physically a mess. I was a mess. I was constantly sick. I was weak, man. I was overwhelmed. I was trying to reconnect with people. I was financially unstable. I was confused. I was depressed, and I was in and out of hospital. If you don't know, I have asthma, and mostly my asthma is caused, how do I put this, my attacks come from more of emotions than you know, there's different type of asthmas, and when I'm really like in a bad space, I will have like constant asthma attacks and so forth and so forth and so forth. So I was in and out of hospital. I was just down, you guys. I was depressed, like my highest point of depression. I couldn't understand how I just let my life pass by like that, you know. I mean, I moved out of home. I moved out of home when I was 16, and for me to be 22 and move back home was just such a disgrace to myself, because I felt like instead of moving forward, I was moving backwards. It was never about my friends or what my friends were doing, because I have always measured my life according to me and what I know I'm capable of doing. So I was putting a lot of pressure on myself, right? It was never a thing of your friend is doing well, blah blah blah. No, I don't do that to myself. I had a lot of pains here, like on my back, and it was just really the worst time of my life. I had sleepless nights and so forth and so forth. But you know what? Overall, I am grateful for the experience, because had it not been that I experienced that, I probably would have just been lazy and just, you know. So being put in a very uncomfortable situation made me push, right? I pushed and I pushed and I pushed. We're going to March now. March was beginning. I was beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like I was beginning to I was becoming myself again, right? With the help of the lady that helps at home. She was very supportive. She was someone that I could talk to. With the help of my mom, I didn't really tell my mom much, but my mom knew that I wasn't in a good space. And I think also just the comfort of having family, as much as I was crying and I was like not happy with moving back home, having the comfort of family and knowing that I have people made me stronger, right? It made me stronger, and it reassured me that it's gonna be okay, right? So March was a good month. I was slowly but surely recovering. Like I just said, I was finding my voice. I mean, because I was spending so much time at home, I worked a lot on myself. So I was finding my voice. I was reconnecting with myself. I did a lot of introspection and so forth and so forth. That I reconnected with my agent. I was now starting to make calls. I was like, listen, I'm back in the country, can we start working? My agent was very, very he welcomed me with warm arms, and I was starting to get auditions. I was starting to go for auditions. I was starting to get bookings, which was nice. I felt like I was starting to get myself all over again, you know. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's basically it, right? Regarding relationships, right, I was going through a heartbreak, so I wasn't in a good position to even think of relationships, right? But obviously I came across people that wanted to date, and it just never worked out, because each and every guy that I would come across, I found myself comparing him with my ex. I found myself always talking about my ex and my past experiences, which weren't really that positive. So it was quite a hustle for me to even put myself in a position where I wanted a relationship. At that point in my life, I knew I didn't want a relationship. I knew I wasn't ready, right? And I wasn't gonna give in to anyone. I wasn't gonna give myself to anyone, because at that point I just felt like no one deserved to be with me, right? My self-confidence as well was still a bit shaky. I didn't feel beautiful. I didn't feel like anyone deserved me. I was just in a dark space, right? And as much as I'm saying I was getting to a point where I was regaining myself, I was still regaining and finding myself. So my confidence was shaky. I couldn't hold conversations, like proper conversations, without crying. Like I was constantly in tears, because it was hard for me, you know. It was very hard. And I remember there was a time I went out at Groove, and I found myself calling my ex, right? So that to me just proved that I was actually not like fully recovered. So I didn't want to be unfair with anyone. I was literally still calling and swearing, and you did this, I'm angry, you know, as if it helped. It really didn't help. If anything, I feel like I gave him what he wanted, and he was using that, and he was trying to patronize me. And I remember there was words of, when are you coming to see me? And I was, obviously when I was sober, I wasn't gonna go with that. So when I, you know, yeah. Yeah, I started traveling in between Joburg and Cape Town, because at this point in my life, I was still not, I knew I wanted to leave home, right? I knew I wanted to leave home, because I knew I couldn't stay home forever. I couldn't with the lies anymore, because as you guys know, I come from a strict family, so I always had to come with lies if I wanted to go chill with my friends or whatnot. So I was constantly lying about small little things, and I knew I just had to leave, right? Yeah, I went to Cape Town, and I was trying to figure out where I wanted to live, but at the same time I wasn't under pressure, because I knew I still had shelter. It's just that I needed that sense of stability that I've always had. April, that's when I actually decided to stay in Cape Town. Things were good. My mind was slowly but surely getting clearer and clearer. I was slowly but surely healing. I was still I was still healing. I was back at the gym. I got a couple of gigs, so I was able to pay my debts that I had. Oh my gosh, 2021 mara unkinting mar. You know, I was paying off my debts. It's written here, I met a guy that I really liked. You know, as much as I'm saying I wasn't ready for a relationship, it does happen that you feel like you're not ready for a relationship, and then you meet someone that you think, you know what, he's cool, you know, I'm not gonna put myself in a position where I don't want to date because of my ex and blah blah blah. You try to convince yourself. Well, that's what I did. I tried to convince myself that I could be in a relationship with him, only to find out that this person was not on the same page with me. Like, I probably read the whole situation wrong, and you know what, it was not easy. Again, I felt like, whoa, you know, he was nice or whatever, he was, you know, he was cute, I mean, we traveled together, we did stuff together, but he never said he wanted a relationship. And that's also one thing that I've learned in 2021 and my life experiences in general, is that sometimes we put ourselves in positions that we think for a person, and at the end of the day we start saying we were hurt. And I stopped, you know. I think after that incident, I told myself that I need to make things clear, and I always want to be in the same page with a person, because I was humiliated over the fact, not even like, you know, when you meet someone you really like them and you just think that they're the best thing. No, it wasn't that deep, but it was a little bit deep, because I thought, maybe I could give it a try. After such a long time, I finally met someone that I thought maybe I could start a relationship with, but I was totally wrong. April, I cut my hair. I cut my hair because I knew I do this all the time. It's just like a little habit that I have. I cut my hair for a fresh beginning, for a fresh start. I felt like, irrespective of the fact that my hair was blonde anyways, and I had already cut my hair, I did need to start afresh, because I had already dyed my short hair very blonde. But I also knew that I was doing it as a resemblance of a fresh new start, and that's what April had in store for me. May was beautiful. We had a family gathering. I remember spending time with family and remembering who I am. And I think that was exactly what I needed. Like, hearing batawa holo bara ka mo kwena, you know, like things like that, things that like my aunts would be like, oh kwena ole, you know, you always used to, like, such things, small things like that. Knowing that, mara, as much as I've been through it, I'm thankful for the gift of still being able to have family that cares about me and all that. So the family gathering really did me good. Also because I don't have a lot of friends, so being around people and just being able to fully express not fully, but be happy, you know, and be able to talk to people. Because I think with me, how I overcome things is I speak it out. I can't keep things in. That's why I always tell my friends, I'm like, if you want your secret safe, literally keep it to yourself, because I am one person that's open. I'm an open book. I can't keep my own secret. How are you expecting me to keep your secret, dude? So I was open. I remember telling my aunts, and you know, I told them about what happened in my previous relationship, and I got proper good advice, and that was top tier. That was like, why am I even still fussing over this person? He's probably living his life and I'm here beating myself up. Also because I'm an overthinker, and I just realized that there are people that need me, there are people that love me, there are people that cherish me, there are people that believe in me. Why am I selling myself so cheap? You know, not selling myself like that, but you know. So that boosted my confidence, and It was pretty good. May I moved in my first apartment after the pandemic. It was a 1 bedroom, and it was nice. It was nice. It took time, and one thing that I was really proud of is that I had saved. So financially things were better. I was starting to I was starting to dream again. Oh my god. I was starting to dream again, which was something that I hadn't done in such a long time, and it felt amazing. It felt amazing to see myself doing, to see my, you need to envision the things that you want in life, and it's very difficult to envision yourself doing great when you're not in a great space, when you're not surrounded, or when you don't surround yourself with positivity. And for the fact that I could envision myself even was amazing. For the fact that I could manifest again, and it was just a beautiful experience, right? I was also proud of the fact that I did everything myself. So from my first apartment, I think I've had, before that apartment, ever since I was 16, I had 4 or 5 apartments. I was moving in and out, moving from one city to another, and I've always had someone assist me, whether it was a boyfriend, or I've always had you guys get on. I've always had someone give me money for a fridge or a bed or whatever, and this time I did it all by myself. And I remember for the whole of May, I was sleeping on the floor because I actually designed my bed, right? I was waiting for my bed. It was fully paid, but I was still waiting for it, and I was sleeping on the floor at first till I bought a mattress. And that, I think, experiences like that make you appreciate life more. It makes you want to work hard. Putting yourself in an uncomfortable space helps you grow as a person. And May 2021 was just filled with growth. With I was starting to be spiritually aware. I was reconnecting with God. Oh my gosh, it is raining outside. I hope you guys can hear me. I was growing, and I was just in love with the person that I was becoming. That is when I actually came back to YouTube. That is when I started uploading, because I knew I had to push. I knew I had goals that I wanted to set, goals that I wanted to achieve, right? I started traveling outside the country. I was just living my life. I was living my life. My confidence was coming back. I was losing weight. I went on a diet. If you guys watch my vlogs from back then, you'll see I was on this product and off this product and this and that, and I was just being Gamo again, being that fierce Gamo that I know, and it just felt great. June, it was still a good month. Still moving forward. I just don't like winter, so that month I spent a lot indoors, but bookings were still coming in, and yeah. And then I had a major breakdown because last year was the first year I celebrated my grandfather's birthday without him, and it was not nice. It wasn't nice, but we conquered it. Got a little sick. I got a little sick, but life was great. Oh yes, I remember I got sick because also I think for the past 2 years I didn't spend winter in South Africa, so it was that thing of, oh okay, after such a long time you are going through this winter season, so it was a lot on me. It was really a lot on me. I started romanticizing my life, and this was, I think, the highlight of the year. I romanticized my life. I learned that if I want to attract someone who's coming to, if I want to attract romance, Let me put it that way. If I want to attract romance, if I want to attract all the good things, I need to start with myself. If I want to be spoiled, I need to spoil myself. In most cases, we sit back and be like, yeah, I want a boyfriend that's gonna buy me flowers. Have you bought yourself flowers? I just felt like I started seeing life from a different direction. I was like, let me do it for myself so that I attract, because they say you are what you attract, so that I attract what I'm already doing, you know. So I started romanticizing my life. I started buying myself flowers. I started, you know, just falling in love with myself again, and that was so beautiful. I'm still doing it, you know. It is, in most cases, we want to be loved so bad, but we forget to love ourselves first. And unfortunately, no one is going to love you if you don't love yourself. So it was that. I started going out. Oh, okay, this is when now because when I was in that period where I was finding myself, I kind of isolated myself from my family. Not isolated, but I just there was just like I built a fence, right? Because I didn't want to find myself in a position, like, you know, a family will ask questions really out of concern, and sometimes you are still trying to figure out stuff, and the last thing you need is to be asked questions that you don't have answers to. So I remember there was a time where I wouldn't even answer my mom's phone, because I love working under pressure. I love putting myself under pressure. If I'm not under pressure, then there's no progress. So I put myself under so much pressure. I had envisioned so many things. So my mom would call and ask how I was doing, and I didn't need that. So I distanced myself. So in June, I realized that, oh my God, my mom deserves at least to know what's going on in my life. So I started going out on dates with my mom. I also did another shoot. I shot with this other artist. I'm not going to mention names. It was cool. It was cool. I had fun, but I remember I had to I didn't post much about that shoot because the artist wanted more than what I could give. Like, the artist was a bit unprofessional, and that was also one of the difficult things that I faced. At least I got paid. At least I got paid, but it didn't end well, because obviously I was not able to give my, like, I wasn't able to give what he wanted, and I really don't know where he is and whatnot, and I just wish him the best. And yeah, I was still doing me. I was okay. I felt like I wanted to do more. I was being hard on myself because I wanted to accomplish more. Things were falling into place at a gradual process, and I tried dating again, which didn't work. So I was single, still single. August, I really started going on dates. So many shady dates. Like, I went on shady dates. I was more content with myself. Like, I was at peace. I was happy, you know, because I think I was at a point now where I understood myself better. I knew what Gamu wanted. I knew who Gamu was again, and what I wanted for her, you know. And I was firm and I was strong. Like, look, I met friends who aren't my friends now, but also that was also very, I think I needed that, you know. I needed to experience that, you know. You meet people sometimes and you're like, oh well, we could be such good friends because I'm so lonely, and it would be so nice to have a friend, but then you overlook all the sides, right? And I remember after a couple of months I realized that, man, I'm not this person, and it doesn't help to associate myself with such people. So I just ended being all alone again, and that was a lesson learned. And I guess ever since then I've been very protective of myself and my energy. And August, July also, I remember that's when I actually enrolled in school. I started studying digital marketing because I was aware that, okay, as much as this platform is a career in itself. I would really like to know more about it. I would really like to know how to market myself and so forth and so forth. And that was going great. It was obviously a lot of work. It was a lot of work because I had to take, at least I went to class almost every day for an hour or two, and it was online. So that was great as well. I was really proud of myself, and I guess I made my family proud as well, because the only thing they're concerned about is, when are you gonna go back to school, you know? So that as well, just that was also a nice journey, which I ended up pausing because I had a lot to do. So yeah, I had a lot of things to do, but I am definitely going to finish that diploma. And then August, I also worked with a big brand. I worked with Escort. That was amazing. Like having to work with brands, and you know, it was just like, oh, okay, it's nice to know that a brand as this big would believe in me, that their product with me. And I mean, it's such things that keep me going. And I think with every YouTuber, we would agree that it's nice to know that there's a brand out there that believes in you. It keeps you going. It keeps you want to attract more brands and so forth and so forth. So that was a big blessing for me. And then September was the highlight of my whole year. I kid you not. It was obviously September is my birthday month. I traveled the world. I say the world because I traveled like to three countries. I traveled to 3 countries, and it was on my bucket list, and I got to accomplish it. And I dedicated that month to traveling. I started to gift myself. Like I said, I learned this thing of romanticizing my life, and I started gifting myself with nice things. Like I stopped expecting people to buy me gifts. So whatever I wanted, I bought for myself, you know. And obviously, if you know, the things that I could afford, I first went to Cape Town with my friend. We did like a girls vacation. I went to Zim, I went to Mozambique, and I went to Dubai. And one of the things that I was really proud of was that, I mean, I've traveled out of the country, but it was mostly my not boyfriends, oh my gosh, no, come on, my ex paying for the trips and so forth. It is nice to get out and travel the world on someone's budget. It is nice, you know. But what's more nice is doing things for yourself. Like for the fact that I went to Mozambique with my mom. For the fact that I could take me and my mom to Mars was just like, wow, girl, you did this, you know. It boosts you. It you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's like getting your first salary. It's rejuvenating. It's amazing to be able to do things for yourself, like I said. So basically, also 2021 taught me that I could do things for myself. It taught me that I can be independent. Just because I'm a woman, I shouldn't shrink myself, and I shouldn't just wait to be spoiled by my boyfriend or whoever, and that I can spoil myself and I can spoil my loved ones as well. So yeah, it was that. So that was like a birthday gift to myself, and my birthday gift to myself taught me that I could also be a blessing to people that I actually care about. And it was actually one of my wishes. I've always wanted to travel out the country with my mom, because every time I'd go somewhere, my mom would be like, oh my gosh, I want to travel with you and stuff like that. So for the fact that I could do that, and for the fact that I saw my mom happy, that was priceless. That was a gift on its own. Dubai, I went with my friend. It was amazing. It was amazing. September was my proudest month, even though I got to get COVID in Dubai. I was still proud of myself. Look, you know what, also that time of COVID really helped me sit back and reflect in my life and do a self-introspection. because you can imagine for 10 days I was like, what, in a hotel facing four freaking walls. And also exciting, this month, actually the day on my birthday, I not met, but my current boyfriend came to my life. I had met him before and then we didn't speak for some time, and on my birthday he magically appeared, and ever since that day we have been together. Like, we have been an item, and he's just been such an amazing person in my life. I don't want to dwell too much into him, but yeah, you know, I started dating again on my birthday, which was something I really, because with all that experiences I've had, I was just like, you know what, I don't want to be in a relationship. And then with my boyfriend, I remember with our first date, I was like, I know, dude, I know you just love the fact that you're with a pretty girl, and you're not really gonna take me serious like everyone else. And he was like, what do you mean, dude? Why would I come back? And the only thing he's done is shown me that he wants me, you know, and he's sweet, bro, yada yada, whatever. October, I reunited with my boyfriend, obviously. Oh my gosh, he was so cute. Actually, when I came back from Dubai, he came to fetch me at the airport, and it was so cute. Like, you know what? For me, it was a movie scene, because oh my gosh, it is like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh. He literally flew from Cape Town to come and meet me, because I was flying in at the Joburg airport. And look, it was just cute, you know. It's things like that that make you know, like, that reassured me that this person really wants to be with me, for the fact that you taking your time and, you know, you're prioritizing me was just, it was just amazing. And then that was the time that, because when I met him in September, we met and we went on dates, and I went to Dubai, so we didn't get a lot of time together because I was still busy doing my visa and so forth and so forth and so forth. And yeah, when I came back, that was when we really reconnected. I mean, we were speaking every day over the phone, but now we're really, I remember some of you guys on Instagram asking if I lived with him. It wasn't because I lived with him, it was because we're reconnecting, you know. And he's just been amazing, man. He's been very supportive. He's one in a million, you know. Yeah, so I was really getting to know each other. He was spoiling me, I was spoiling him, and yeah, I got the love that I had. I got to give, you know. I got to share, because it was just too much. November, I was working a lot. I was closing deals. I worked with another big brand, Kegels. You guys probably saw that on my Instagram page, and that also was just like, you know, I went to influencers thing that was hosted by Sims, and when I went there, they were talking about mental health and so forth and so forth, and I just felt like this is exactly what I needed. So I got to learn a lot from that. So November was also very educational. I mean, meeting other people that are doing what you're doing was just like, you go girl, you know, because we were all encouraging each other and so forth and so forth. So yeah. And December was never really a great time for me. So it was okay. We had a family gathering again, and it was fine, right? I didn't spend it the way I would have loved to spend it, but December was fine. And overall, I think 2021 was a good year for me, and I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for God. I am thankful for the blessings. I am thankful for the caring and support, for the care and support that I got from my family and friends, my mom especially. I'm thankful for the gift of life. I'm thankful for the lessons that molded me to being me again. The friends I lost, thank you for being in my life. You guys were amazing, and I got to learn a lot from you. It's sad how life turns out, but life always turns out the way it's supposed to turn out, and I'm not complaining. 2021 also taught me that I could do things by myself without anyone assisting me. And to think about it, it molded me into being the person that I am today. And yeah, throughout the year I got to have an independent mindset, and I wish that upon everyone. Like I really do, because it's amazing. It's amazing to do things by yourself, you know. And yeah, so we are now over with 2021. I am so excited for this upcoming year. And what I really wish for this, I mean this year that we in, not upcoming, for this year that we in, 2022, is nothing but success, right? 2022, I'm going in this year with that mindset that I am a woman, that I do deserve the things that I want, that the things that I've manifested will come to life. I'm not scared anymore. I'm not going to shy away from my dreams, and I'm not scared of any challenge, you know. So I am so ready for this year. I'm so ready for the challenges that this year is coming with. I am ready to kick ass, and I hope you guys are as well. So all the best with this year, you guys. I really hope you guys do enjoy this year, and this is it from me. All the best with this year. Take care of yourselves, and let's do this. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. This is the end of it for me. I will see you in my next video, and hopefully this year we'll be uploading more. So yeah.